Here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, hey. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What is going on, CandleMafia? Oh, baby, we got a good show for you guys tonight, and there's a very specific reason why I think you guys are going to like this episode, and it has nothing to do with TA. I don't want to spoil anything here, but if you guys, I know Biomex probably knows why this is going to be a fan favorite episode of the Frankie Candles live stream. Biomex, if you know what I'm talking about, don't leak it to the CandleMafia. We'll just let it pop up and surprise them. But shout out to anybody who called me on Sin City Crypto earlier this afternoon. Absolutely had an awesome time on their show. I absolutely love those guys over there, man. They are so cool, so down to earth, and I always have a good time, hanging out with them on their show. And guys, they have one of the highest produced shows ever. They have sound effects. They even have their very own special camera that I'm not going to get into just yet. But, guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in on tonight's live stream. If you have not already, guys, make sure you smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on something called the Wheel of Pain and Pleasure, where you guys will have multiple chances to win some free crypto. And not only that, maybe some free merch, maybe a free CandleMafia t-shirt. We got a bunch of designs, guys. Go check out Hit Merch. Go to Brands. Click on Frankie Candles. Check out our merch. And shout out to Jessica, Hannah King. I got to get better with the female CandleMafia. They are far and few between, but we have a bunch of really, really, really good female CandleMafia members, and I have big news. Not only is Chemistry Bros hoodie coming to the merch store, but I just found out that we are having female or women's merch made. I've heard rumors of a cropped hoodie for the females. I heard, or the males if you want to wear a cropped hoodie. I mean, hey, to each his own. But yeah, cropped hoodies. They said they were making a sports bra. I don't know, but there's going to be a lot of really cool women's Candle Mafia merch coming out very, very soon. So Jessica, Hannah King, and all the female Candle Mafia members, go ahead and get ready for that. Shout out to Satoshi Glakamoto, and shout out to Angel is Cool for shouting me out and saying, Frankie, it's 5:47, you're late. And Angel is cool. You are cool, and I can't argue with you because one of the reasons why you're cool is because you're usually right. And we were a little bit late today, so I'm sorry. But guys, I'm 2% female, so identify with them. Shout out to Dixon in the chat. But yeah, you guys are funny. But guys, we have an amazing show for you tonight. Obviously, we did just get a little bit of a dump down. Nothing too crazy. Bitcoin has kind of been boring, guys. Bitcoin, really not much has happened since yesterday, but we do have some bearish signals popping up on the charts that we have to keep an eye on. As you guys know, those higher daily time frames were looking a little weak. So are we going to see those actually continue to roll over for some further downside for Bitcoin? Maybe we come down to our next key level, which we're going to be taking a look at. We're looking at the key levels, guys. I'm going to let you know and give you some insight into how I'm feeling about the markets. Are we going to come up in the short term, come down a little bit more? Are we going to continue to range? What is going to happen? And then about halfway through the stream, guys, we will be taking a look at those altcoins. So if you want to see those altcoins, save them for the altcoin section of the stream. I'm going to try to keep up with our topic. A lot of you guys don't know this, but we actually have topics on the bottom of our screen that I'm supposed to shuffle through, which I never do. But once we get to that section, throw your alts in the chat, and Rob the Crypto Snob will count up the votes and bring me the results, and that will dictate what altcoins we look out. Shout out to Biomex for that super chat. He says, "Hat me, Frankie. Should I spill the beans?" Nah. Shout out to Biomex. I think he's trying to bribe me for a hat. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for the super chat, man. And also, shout out to Biomex. Dude, I'm pretty sure you've been here since like day one. If not day one, like day two. So shout out to Biomex. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a longtime supporter of the channel. And before we jump into the saucy price action, guys, let's go ahead and say what is going on to the Candle Mafia. Let's see who's in here. Shout out to Dave Digital. No way. Bro, who's making these emojis, yo? Who's making... Dave, I don't really... who's making these emojis? Dave has a WTBS emoji. Who gave him that emoji? Somebody call the police on this man. We call the cops on Dave all the time. It's usually because he assaults us with laughter. But shout out to Dave Digital with that being said, I want to know who made these emojis. And he also has a pull your fib emoji. Absolutely savage. Let's go. Too funny, man. Too funny. Shout out to Dave Digital. Thank you for always being here, bro. Sundeep, what is going on? Welcome in. Devin C in the chat. Connor Anderson, what is going on? He said, Connor Anderson said, Jessica and Hannah, I'm up 200% and I'm single. Hit me up. Shout out to Connor Anderson. I like the courage there, bro. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to Creighton. What's up, bro? Thank you for always showing support. Self-Wealth Crypto, what's going on? Panda Storm. That's right. Panda Storm is another female Candle Mafia member. Actually, I wish, I don't know if I have it open, but I would list. There is a lot of really, really good stuff. And shout out to Jen, who is works at Hit Network and BitBoy Crypto with us. She's from The Office, and she's like the best. Jen is amazing. Shout out to Jen if you're watching this. You know we love you. But Jen is kind of coming up with the. She's stylish. She's very stylish. You know what I'm saying? She's very stylish. So she's helping us make the merch. And what did she say? She said, let's see. What do we got? Okay, yeah. I have a tank top, a sports bra with matching shorts, a cropped hoodie, a regular hoodie, and a cropped t-shirt. And now she's even working on a candle, guys. So the merch is just continuing to get more interesting and more interesting. But shout out to Jen from The Office. We love you. Shout out to Metabice. He's got an LSLS. Who has a let's see emoji? Who made these? Somebody bring me this person. Who made these emojis? They're hilarious. Let's see. Shout out to Metabice. He says LSLS. Shout out to you, bro. Candle time. Let's go. Shout out to Metabice. Shout out to Crypto Chef. Congrats, ladies. You deserve it. And Crypto Chef, by the way, we do have a t-shirt coming out to you very soon that we forgot to mail you. But you're there. You're in the system. We noticed it was missing, so we will be sending you a shirt very soon, brother. Shout out to Dixon. Can't say his last name, but shout out to Dixon. Thank you for being here, bro. Gary Taylor, what is going on? Yo, Frankie Savage, what is going on? We got Satoshi Glockamode, or as I like to call him, Satoshi Glockamode. Not Satoshi Glockamodo. Shout out to you, man. Says, love you, Frankie. I love you back. Satoshi. Hannah King in the chat. Watch out. She might throw some memberships at you. Shout out to Hannah. Thank you for being here. Alex O, what's going on, bro? Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to Anon, not to be confused with Crypto Anon, which is the wrong way to say his name, but that's okay. Shout out to Crypto Anon. Shout out to all our mods, guys. Crypto Billy, Tyler Durden, D Petty Crypto, Tony D, Captain Kirk, Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Anon, all the mods. They're absolutely amazing. They help me out so much with the channel. I am forever indebted to these people. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Thank you for the super chat. Missed you, Frankie. Mods and the CandleMafia. I'm back from vacay. Let's get it. Shout out to Bubba's Crypto. Welcome back in. Absolute OG. Thank you for being here. And then one more super chat from Tony D. Said, Dave Digital made them. I approved them for use. Looks like we're going to have to call the SWAT team to take out Tony and Dave Digital. I'm just kidding. Those emojis are absolutely dope. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the CandleMafia. And speaking of candles, guys, speaking of candles, let's go ahead and jump right in to the charts. Dramatic transition. Here we go. Oh, they told you Hannah King was going to throw some, I was going to say merch. I told you Hannah King was going to throw some memberships at you. You got to watch her. She's always got the hand ready. She's ready to flick that, ready to throw those memberships at you. Shout out to Hannah King. Seriously, showing an unbelievable amount of support, gifting all these memberships to the CandleMafia. Shout out to you, Hannah. We love you. Thank you so much. And hopefully you get some, we can get you some merch here when it's released. Let's see. Shout out to the Pluto Alliance. Says smash those likes, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button and go check out the Pluto Alliance. I heard a rumor. I hope I'm not supposed to. I hope I'm not supposed to say this. But I heard that our boy Taco over at the Pluto Alliance may be kind of taking over more of the responsibility over there at Pluto Alliance. So maybe get ready to see a little bit more Taco. Shout out to Taco. We love you, bro. But guys, let's go ahead and check out the price action. But I had to ask for a favor from the CandleMafia before. I'm gonna dive into the charts right now. You guys know I'm gonna get sucked into this monitor over here, so I won't be able to see chat. I am expecting somebody. If you guys see Sin City Crypto enter the chat, I need you guys to blow the chat up with emojis so I notice it, because I have something to show them. So let me know if Sin City pops up in the chat, because I'm ready for him. I'm ready for him. Let me know if they pop in, guys. But while we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and jump right into the charts. I'm going to take off that TA. Shout out to Crypto Pollo for the 5 gifted memberships. Shout out to you, bro. Crypto Pollo has been showing a ton of support, too. Also, Super OG, we love you, bro. And the Pluto Alliance got a membership. Let's go. Shout out to Taco and Deezy and Justin. Shout out to you. We got Cause I Can Bump It. And I have pronounced your name right now. Shout out to you, man. Let's go. Yeah, Crypto Pollo, we appreciate you. Or Bitcoin Chicken, as I like to call him, gifting out those memberships. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. But continuing on here, and Hannah King with another 5. Oh, God. It's going to get crazy in here tonight. I can already feel it. But let's continue on here, taking a look at the weekly. Shout out to Hannah and Crypto Pollo. You guys are absolute legends. But continuing on here, guys. Obviously, nothing really to take away from that weekly. I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on these higher time frames. Red dot on the 6-day, likely to print in the next, probably in the next day or so. So I would expect this 6-day red dot to pop up by tomorrow or the next day, whenever this next candle prints, which is in 1 day and 2 hours. And once we print that, guys, it could indicate a further pullback. This is what we were looking at yesterday with these mixed signals on the charts. Some of the more bearish stuff lies on the 6-day and the weekly, right? Because not only is that 6-day looking for the red dot, we also have the weekly looking for that red dot as well, right? Kind of taking a dive towards that 0 line. This does look like we are likely to print this red dot on the weekly soon as well. Maybe in the next 5 days over the weekend when we print another weekly candle, we will see that red dot. We will see that red dot pop up. Dixon said, Frankie, can you do 1 push-up per gifted membership? Yeah. I'll at the end of the stream, I'll do it. If we get like, I don't know how we'll do that. We'll have to make it fair where I'm not just doing a bunch of push-ups. Well, maybe that would be fair. I don't know. Yes, on this stream, I will do, I mean, unless we get like 100 push-ups. Guys, I haven't gone to the gym in like a year. Yeah, I actually did a bunch of push-ups on Sunday because I was just feeling like I haven't worked out in so long. I need to at least make sure that I can still push my body off the ground. So I did a bunch of push-ups. But yeah, so right now I will be doing 15 push-ups at the end of the stream. Probably a good way to get me working out again because I'm so short on time nowadays. But let's see. Tyler says, Crash says, just a shout-out to you, Frankie. Cheers for what you do. Because of your help, I'm now able to go back to college. And just a massive thank you so much, love, brother. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Shout out to Crash. Are we talking Dark Crash? Or is it just Crash? Is it Dark Crash? Let me know, Tyler. Is it Dark Crash or is it another person Crash? Either way, shout out to Crash, man. That is absolutely nuts. I am blessed to be in a situation where I am able to help you become financially stable enough or in a financial situation to get back to college, man. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Hey, I helped, right? But you had to take the action, right? You could sit here and watch me. If you don't take the action, nothing's going to happen. So shout out to you, bro. Congratulations. I feel super blessed to be able to help you out. And for that, we're going to go ahead and pop off a couple shots out of the Bing Bong cannon. Let's go. Bing Bong. Shout out to Crash. Let's go. Woo! Let's go. Shout out to Crash. Oh, God, this money gun is going to get out of hand for sure. Now I can't even move. Going to have to get rid of this money. Shout out to Crash. Congratulations to you, bro. That means a lot, man. Crash Bandicoot. Dixon says Crash Bandicoot. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, that is crazy. Shout out to Crash. Congratulations, bro. I want to thank you for letting me help you. Shout out to Hannah King, said 1 push-up per gifted membership is not a good idea. Oh, God. Hannah King's gonna, oh, God. Shout out to Hannah. Hannah, please be nice to me. I don't know if being nice to me is gifting more subs or gifting more memberships, or if being nice to me is not gifting more memberships. I'm not 100% sure. But shout out to Hannah King. I know you'll do us right. Shout out to you. But let's continue on. Crash, for real, man. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing me to help you. Thank you for thanking me. Shout out to you, man. That is the coolest thing ever. Those are the comments that I love to see. Like we're really changing. We're really making it. It seems like we're really making a difference here, and it's the coolest thing in the world. I'm super blessed to be in the situation. But let's continue on here, guys. 6-day red dot. Now, I did record a video today on relationships between time frames, guys, and we kind of discussed this stuff, right? The 5-day red dot is printing, right? So we would expect that to leak into the 6-day, which it looks like it's going to, and we would expect that 6-day to leak into the weekly, right? Because the lower time frames do tend to bleed into the higher time frames. And the video that I recorded today, shout out to Crypto Billy. Oh, Sin City is here. Okay, thank you, Crypto Billy. You're on point, bro. Shout out to you. Thank you for that. Mission accomplished. Let me finish this, and we'll get right to what we need to do. But we talk about the relationship between different time frames, guys. And in this video, I really try to break down like what a time frame is. I think a lot of people are still confused on that. Then how you can use like how the time frames pertain to your TA, like why time frames are so important when looking at your technical analysis, and then also how you can use different time frames to find confluence, right? Trying to clear up the confusion of the lower time frames look bullish, but the higher time frames look bearish. What do? Shout out to the CandleMafia. I see you guys. Sin City is here. But just with that, just on that note, let me just wrap up this point. That video will be coming out tomorrow around 1 p.m. So if you're interested in learning about more of how I look at time frames, how I break them down, and kind of how I demystify how to look at the different time frames and what their relationship to each other is, it's probably going to be an ongoing series because it's a very, very difficult thing to explain. But this will be like an intro to time frames and finding confluence over multiple time frames. So stick around for that tomorrow, coming out at 1. Go check it out. It will be our first video that you have to like and comment on in order to enter this week's giveaway. And now, speaking of Sin City Crypto, shout out to Sin City Crypto in the chat, guys. I had an absolute blast on the live stream tonight, or earlier this afternoon. You guys are awesome. I had a super amount of fun. I had a bunch of fun. Thank you for having me on. But I gotta tell you, we got. Hang on. Let me see how. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up. We have a guest on, guys. We do have a guest. So let me go ahead and pull up the guest right now. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me while the guest is on. So I'm just going to pull up the guests real quick. They're going to wave at you, maybe, wave at you, and then we'll come back to the main camera here. So without further ado, let's bring on our special guest, Frankie's Cavs. Hey, Frankie's Cavs, how you doing? I'm doing good. Feeling extra veiny. There we go, guys. There's the Cavs, baby. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. You got 2 candles for legs. Just saying. Hey, there we go. There's the Cav Cam. I told them they have their own Cav. Oh, wait, you guys can't hear me. Can you hear me? I think you can. They have their own Cav Cam on Sin City Crypto, guys, and they called me out. So this one's for you, Sin City. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Almost knocked over my computer chair. Here we go. I'll give you the calf raises. Here we go. Ready? Let's do them together. We'll do 5 for the gifted memberships. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. And we'll give you a nice little spank. A little spank of the Cavs. Let's go. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. That one's for you guys. I owed you that from a long, long time ago. The chat's blocking my view. Calf Cam, finally. Those calves were made for walking. And that is just what they're going to do, guys. Shout out to the CandleMafia. Shout out to Sin City Crypto, guys. I hate to interrupt the show, but that had to happen. Sin City was, they called me out on Twitter, and I'm not going to lie, I wanted to beef the Cavs up a little bit before I went public with them. So here we are. Shout out to Sin City, guys. Go check out Sin City Crypto. They're amazing. And I love this little calf war that we got going on. Too funny. Frankie, that angle makes them see your whole setup, post setup, pick in. Oh, okay. Chemistry Bro wants a setup pick. I will do that. I don't know if it'll be today, but I will clean my setup, and we'll take some nice pictures, and I'll show you guys kind of the Frankie Candle setup, because it is basically a battle station. Yeah, the monitors, the desk, the lights, the cameras, the computer. It's basically a battle station. And yes, the computer matches the Frankie Candle's purple and blue colors. But with all that out of the way, guys, had to show the Cavs just a little bit. Maybe we'll check in on them once in a while. They're just down here doing calf raises. But let's jump right back into the charts. Shout out to Sin City Crypto. Too funny, man. All right, so there you go, guys. The 5-day red dot is likely to leak into the 6-day and the weekly. Shout out to Daddy Zach. For the Cavs, I'm throwing $1 bills, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Hey, Daddy Zach can throw as many $1 bills on these Cavs as he wants. I just want to make sure I didn't miss yeah, Daddy Zach said, you're out here changing lives, Frankie. Here's some money. Shout out to Daddy Zach, man. For real, shout out to Crash. It's really crazy. Like, my favorite thing is to hear that people are changing their lives, whether I'm involved in it or not. When I'm involved in it, it's a super bonus. Makes me feel really good. And yeah, it's just crazy and super cool. I feel super blessed to be in this situation. So thank you, Crash, for being here and a part of the community and paying attention, right? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Sin City and Daddy Zach. I really do appreciate you guys. Daddy Zach with the super chat today. Sin City Crypto, you can crack a walnut with them things. Shout out to Sin City. We should just have a calf stream, Sin City. I don't know if that's legal down here in the ATL. We might have to come to Sin City and just do a calf stream. Shout out to Sin City, guys. If you're not already subbed to Sin City, guys, go check them out. They have an amazing show. They have a lot of fun, and I do have to say, like every time I go on their show, it just feels so natural, and like we just hang out and we're talking crypto, and it's super, super cool. So go check them out, guys, for sure. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. But obviously, red dot on the 6-day and the 5-day is on the way. 4-day, guys, this is kind of one of those alarming things that we've been looking at here as far as bearish signals, and that is that bearish divergence on the 4-day, 3-day, and confirmed on the 2-day with the money flow coming out, right? So, again, indicators showing a lot of mixed signals. Money flow coming out on your 2-day. Daily money flow is coming up, but you're kind of getting rejected at the 0 line. So the mixed signals are out there, right? However, we are getting some more bearish signals that may play out in the shorter term. Now, excuse me, I'm going to come down to the 4-hour, guys, and take a look here. The blood diamond on the 4-hour is now printing, right? Not only that, but I believe we do have this on some other time frames. 2-hour blood diamond confirmed. No 1-hour blood diamond. No 90-minute blood diamond. 6-hour double blood diamonds on the 6-hour, guys. This is a pretty bearish look. It's been a while since we've really gotten like strong bearish signals on Market Cipher A. So these double blood diamonds on the 6 hour and the blood diamond printing on the 4 hour, this is a pretty bearish look, right? Now, it doesn't mean we're absolutely going to go to zero. That's something you have to understand. This one played out, but not too aggressively, right? So they don't always indicate like we're going to zero. But with the double blood diamonds on the 6 hour, that is pretty bearish. I'm not going to lie. If this blood diamond confirms, that could be a little bit worrisome. Your 4 hour money flow is continuing to come out. This is something we were looking at yesterday. We were just kind of continuing to come out aggressively. We came back up, and now we're coming back down. This morning in the premium live stream, we were looking at some potential possibilities of a long trade or a long position. It was going to be a little scalp long position, but in that Discord, I said, hey, guys, we're getting the 4 hour green dot, right, which we were this morning. Getting that 4 hour green dot, we had our money flow coming into the green on that 15-minute. I don't remember, where was this? This was 11 a.m. Yeah, so right here, we were getting that money flow crossover into the green. But I was letting them know that, like, hey, this is basically all I'm seeing, right? It doesn't seem like the strongest signal. The money flow on that 12-minute wasn't really coming up as well. I really wanted to see that kind of shape up a little bit. We did come up a tiny bit, but then we just wound up coming down, right? So now we got the 4 hour on the 4 hour blood diamond. Now it's definitely looking a little bit more bearish in the short term, especially if this confirms. And then really the alarming thing is that double blood diamond on the 6 hour as well as the 3 and the 2 day bearish divergences confirmed, as well as that 4 day, right? And then you also have that 2 day money flow coming out. Now, your bullish case, guys, your bullish case does lie on the daily somewhat, right? Because you have your money flow coming up. The VWAP was coming up with the money flow. However, we started getting rejected at that zero line with the VWAP, right? So it started coming back out, but even so, you are likely going to get a little bit of a curve to the upside here, and you're eventually going to print that green dot. But now we're really, really confused here, right? As far as the indicator goes, because you have the blood diamonds. Money flow is still coming up on the daily. VWAP getting rejected. If we start seeing this money flow round off here, that would be a pretty bearish look and would make me expect a move to the downside before getting another move to the upside. Now, yesterday, with the VWAP coming up and the money flow coming up on the daily, it was looking like it may be more likely to get a move up. But now that we're getting rejected at the zero line, I'm not ready to throw in the towel on the daily just yet, but if this money flow starts to curve over, that might be a pretty dangerous look with the blood diamonds starting to print on a lot of these time frames. And then again, you want to remember that the 3 and the 4 day bear divs are confirmed, right? Sometimes they chill and then eventually they play out really dramatically. You want to remember on these high time frames, they take time to play out, right? Because this bullish divergence on the weekly, lower lows, higher lows, right? This is on the weekly. And we also had this on other time frames as well, right? We had it on the 5 day, we had it on the 4 day, we had it on all these time frames, right? Price action coming down, momentum coming up. That was our bull div, but then we went sideways forever, right? It was like 4 or 5, I think it was 4 or 5 weeks. We went sideways, and I was like, felt crazy looking at this weekly bull div. I'll actually tell you exactly. So it printed, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. An entire month, we basically went sideways before this divergence decided to play out, right? So we could see something similar with that 3 day and that 4 day bear div where we kind of just wiggle sideways and then it winds up playing out, right? So just be aware of that because these are confirmed bear signals, right? And they could, until they are invalidated, they could continue to play out. So just be aware. And again, this is a perfect example looking at that weekly divergence, right? That weekly bull div. It took a little while to wind up actually playing out, but it did play out, right? So we have to be careful. Now that we have those blood diamonds confirmed, it's been a while since we've had a decent 4 hour blood diamond, and then the double blood diamonds on the 6 hour could be a good catalyst to start having these bear divs on the higher time frames start to really show face here. So just being careful, knowing that this stuff is on the chart. And then again, your bull case still lies on the daily, I would say. Now, what I would be looking here, let's look at some key levels first. Let's go ahead and come down to a lower time frame. And 4 hour blood diamond, definitely a bearish sign. Your 2 hour confirmed blood diamond, definitely bearish. Taking a look at your 30-minute money flow back in the red. What's your 8 hour doing? 8 hour is printing a red dot, definitely more bearish. 12 hour printing that red dot, and your 16 hour printing the red dot. If this money flow crosses into the red on the 1 hour, I think the 45 minutes already there. Yeah, 45-minute again, talking about time frames, guys, this is the sauce, right? I'm going to give you a little bit of sauce. All right, ready? With the 45-minute and 1 hour money flow, you could even look at the 90-minute as well, right? 45, 90, and 1 hour money flow crossover into the red with your 16-hour red dot and your 12-hour red dot could wind up giving you a big move down, right? So you're going to look at the red dot. If you get the money flow crossover, at the same time while this red dot is printing, sometimes that can give you a move to the downside. And the fact that we have the 1 hour money flow coming out here is making me feel a little bit more like we could get that dump, right? Now your VWAP is coming up on the hourly time frame, so you could get a short-term bounce. But again, I would be very careful because money flow is indicating that we may be on our way to start a downtrend, right? It's because the money flow indicates the longer-term trend, and the VWAP indicates the ebbs and the flows of the market, right? So the fact that this money flow is curving out, looking to cross over into the red, even if we get that green dot with that VWAP crossover, I would expect something more like this, where you get a little pull up, and then you get a rejection back down. This money flow will likely cross into the red with that 16-hour red dot, and if the money flow crosses over into the red and winds up happening while we're printing that red dot, that might be the area, this actual money flow crossover into the red, whenever it decides to happen, may be the thing that winds up giving us that big move down. Now, I don't remember exactly what we were looking at, guys. I'm never going to be able to find it. But recently on a live stream, guys, I put a vertical line and we labeled it, and it said price goes down after this line. And I wanted to go back and check it to see, to show you guys how powerful the money flow crossovers can be if you have the corresponding higher time frame giving you a red or green dot. This is, this technique plays out a lot, right? I did go back and check it. I should see if I could find it. And it hit, right? We had the vertical line. Maybe it was this one. Let me see. Yes, I think it was. Here it is, right? Here it is. So here you go, right? We labeled this. This was on February 21st. We put this line. We said price goes down after this line. And after that line, price came down about 3%, right? And actually, this was just a retracement. So actually, technically, since that line, we've actually come down about 6% or almost 7%, right? So this was, what is this? This is a 1 out, right? So I think this was based off of a 16-hour red dot. So this is a perfect thing to bring up here. Let me see where that line is. Yeah, so here it is, right? Right after this red dot, obviously drawn on the lower time frame where the money flow crossover technically happens after the red dot, but you get that 16-hour red dot. Yeah, and the 12-hour red dot too, right? So you have your 12-hour red dot. You're exactly on your 12-hour red dot here, and then you get that 1 hour money flow crossover into the red. Not this one, but this one back here. And what happens? The money flow crosses over into the red, and then you get the breakdown, a little bit of a retracement, and then a continued breakdown, right? So that is how powerful these strategies are, guys. Just be aware of that, right? We could do it again, right? We could do it again. I don't know if this money flow is going to cross over into the red, but if it does, I'm going to label this again, and we'll come back and check it, right? And it's not always going to hit. Maybe we come back, check this in a couple days, and it doesn't hit, right? It's not 100%, but more often than not, this strategy does wind up playing out pretty good. And the reason I bring it up is because I want to start talking more about the relationship between different time frames. So the more you guys hear it, the more you can understand it, and it becomes second nature to you. And then you're looking at the 4 hour, and you're like, oh, we got a red dot on the 4 hour. Instinct, let me check the lower time frame, see what money flow is doing. A lot of times, money flow is not in agreement with it, so you wouldn't look at it. But if you go down to the lower time frames and you have your 10, your 12, your 15-minute curving out with that red dot printing on the 4 hour, you could test it, right? Don't take a trade just based off of it. Go ahead and back test it. You'll notice that on those money flow crossovers, a lot of times that gives us a big move. I've done very well, using the confluence between these time frames. And you don't just want to trade based off of this, right? You want to find other technical signals, right? You want to look at divergences or whatever you're looking at your indicators, whether it's LuxAlgo, the BitLab trading stack, or Market Cipher. You want to be looking at other things, but now that you know the relationship between the time frames, it can add a lot of confidence to your trading, right? So I'm going to label this 16-hour. No, is it 12-hour? We'll just say 16/12 hour with Lower time frame money flow coming out. Dump. Yeah, dump after this line. There we go. So we'll label it. Bada boom. There you go. I mean, we'll have to click on it to read it, but that's okay. We labeled it. Now I'm going to hide this, and we'll come back and we'll check this tomorrow. Maybe we'll come up. You never know, right? But I hope it does play out because I want to really show you guys how strong this strategy can be. And again, I'm going to be making some videos about this in the next, maybe this week or in the next coming weeks, right? Okay, so continuing on here, guys, taking a look at our levels. Now, first off, guys, I do just want to pull up this clean chart and take a look at what we got going on here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and come on over to that 4-hour time frame, and I just want to go ahead and pull some volume. I'm going to go ahead and pull some volume from, okay, the volume's already there. So here we go. I'm going to turn off the Lux Algo price actions concepts just to clean things up a bit. Now, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing? We are coming down for a second tap of the 23K level. This is our key level. It is the point of control of our more macro range. Obviously, this is why we were expecting this pullback to this level. And then, this is why we were expecting this move and down to this exact level. We got that bounce we were looking for, but we were being very careful about retests, right? We were looking as we got this bounce. I was telling the premium Discord because we did give the trade setup at this level to go long and potentially ride this back up to the value area high. But as we approached this value area low, I was letting everybody know in the premium, hey, if you're in this trade from the setup, might be a good idea to take a little bit of profit here because we are testing the value area low of the previous range, which is, and we've been talking about this on the live stream here as well, we want to be careful of the retest, the bearish retest, and then the further breakdown of price. And not only are you retesting that value area low, but you are also retesting a local golden pocket. And we did come up and test the local 786, which is a level that we know price likes to go up to make lower highs before continuing down. We saw the same thing happen right here, I believe. Don't hold me to that until we realize I'm right. There you go, right here as well. We came down. We were looking for the bounce, but because money flow was coming out, we were looking for it to be a potential retrace into the golden pocket before continuing down. And right here, we're being very cautious of the same exact thing happening as we did come up and not only test the value area low, but we also tested that golden pocket 786 retracement level. And this could be just another lower high, right? We come up for the golden pocket test. We have our high, lower high, drop, retrace into our next lower high or next golden pocket 786 retrace, boom, lower high, then maybe we drop down again, and then you get something like that, and then you'll likely have a golden pocket retest near that POC, right? Now this is very speculative, but if we do wind up getting a drop to the value area low and a bounce, you'll likely get a rejection here, and I'm literally projecting that this fib will likely come in on this POC just based off of a fake price action, basically, right? I drew that fib to the bottom of this arrow, not the bottom of price action, but if price comes down here, that would be a likely place to come up, retest before potentially making another lower high and then continuing down lower if we are really going to see a big breakdown here. But I'm not calling for that. I'm just saying get in the habit of when you get bounces, even if you hit a strong level like we were looking at right here. We got our bullish confirmations right here. We got into the long trade, but as soon as you come up and test these levels, because things were not looking super, super bullish at that time, I was saying, hey, if things were looking bullish here, I'd expect a flip of this level to support and a continuation up. But because things were not looking bullish, we were being careful of that lower high, right? So we could potentially break below this POC, and that will wind up being the case. But as of right now, we're kind of just stuck between that 3K POC and this previous value area low. And now we're kind of ranging, and we're probably going to, we're basically creating another value area in here. Which actually, we kind of did trade in a range right. Whoops. Let me go ahead and extend that. Boom. We were kind of trading within a range here, so we are kind of within that value area right now, right? So if I mark out this previous value area low and this previous value area high, you could see it eerily correlates with our lows and our highs of this little mini range that we're trading in. It's because we've found balance here before, and price is being accepted back into that area of balance. Now, key levels, right? Key levels of support. If we do not hold 23K, I'm going to pull up the VPVR, guys. If we do not hold 23K, you could kind of see. Now, there is other volume here. We are not seeing the whole picture. We are only looking at the price action basically from Friday the 13th all the way up to the current price action. So there is other volume to take a look at here. But when just analyzing this local range here, this is a very key level of this most recent price action, right? Because you can see it is our highest volume node of this entire area or range of price action. All of these candles taken into account. This is the highest volume node, which will be the strongest level of support. And unless we break it, right? If we break this level, this would be pretty bearish in my opinion if we cannot reclaim it, right? If we break down and we decisively get stuck underneath this and we cannot get back above, you are likely to revisit that value area low coming in at $21,850 right down here. I'll go ahead and put a horizontal line. $21,850 is going to be that next major level of support if we break that POC. And it's just the volume profiles, right? We rejected the value area high. Where are we expecting price to go? We are basically expecting price to go back down to the bottom of the range, right? So at this point, we reject the value area high. First off, you're expecting to come down to your local value area low, which is exactly what happened. You got to bounce, put in that lower high at your local golden pocket / POC, continued down, got to your next POC, which was the target, got the bounce as expected, got the lower high as expected, and then started coming down. Now, I would really only consider this a lower high if the downtrend continues. We'd have to break these lows again to confirm a lower low. But, with that being said, again, you reject the local value area high, you're expecting to go to the value area low. That's exactly what happened. Put in the lower high, now you're at the POC of your macro range, because up here, not only did you reject the local value area high, you also rejected the more macro value area high, right? So once you reject that and you break this value area low and you know you're going to break down, you would technically be expecting price to eventually, not immediately, but eventually make its way back down towards your value area low. So you're looking at the local range. Once the local range is broken, you can go ahead, and you don't want to forget about it in case you get a retest like this, but you could go ahead and hide it and say, okay, we broke our local range. Now what am I looking at? I'm zooming out, and I'm going to take a look at the bigger range. Well, if we break down, where's the next likely spot to get support? It's going to be that macro POC. If we can't hold that macro POC, where's the next likely spot to be? The value area low, 100%, not 100% going to happen, but that is where you would expect price to go, and you have it justified by your volume, right? You have a big gap here, so if you lose that POC, start to fall down, and you really start losing that $22,500 level, that's where you could get a quick move down to that value area low, and then you do have another level here, which I believe is a previous value area low potentially, coming in at $21,550. So these are the key levels to watch, guys. If you can't hold 23K, likely going to be a revisit. If you get stuck below that POC, likely going to be a revisit of that value area low coming in at 21.8. And if you guys remember back when we had Crypto Phase on the channel a few weeks ago, he was saying that, I don't remember exactly where we were in the market. I think we were maybe over here. He was expecting, looking at 21.8 as a key level, and so were we. So now we are going to have that 21.8 level back on our radar if we break down below that POC. Now, in the bullish case, I will say this, right? Because it's not all doom and gloom, right? If we hold support above the POC, which again, with the blood diamonds, might not be the most likely case, but if we do hold support, something I would keep an eye on here, guys, is I would watch for a little bit of a fake out below this POC. Come in, take out these lows right here, come in, and put a lower low in. Now, I'm not going to get too specific on the trade setup or anything, but, if we do come in and we start putting in lower lows here, you may want to look for bullish confirmations to, look for some potential long positions off of that 23K level. So, again, I wouldn't be surprised if we break this level. We need it to be a decisive break with multiple 4-hour candle closes below the point of control, and that is where you'll likely see the breakdown to that value area low, right? But I would be careful of a potential just push down a little bit below those lows before a big bounce to the upside. So On top of that, 23K is really going to be your most important most important support, and then 21,550 is going to be another very, very key level. I would just say 25K even. Go ahead and put a level there. 21K even is going to be a very key level. It is the value area low, essentially, of this local range. You could see how close that is to 21.5. You do have your value area low there. So again, as we come down here, we may be getting stuck in this previous value area, get below the POC, then that 21.5 level would give you support. It is close to your value area low of that previous range. And then if you lose this value area low, or 21.5, that's where you could kind of expect a quick move down to your value area low, where I will be hunting for longs. Now, just some additional levels within that analysis. If you go ahead and pull your fib all the way from the bottom to the top, you can see we do have that local golden pocket sitting at about $22,750. So again, if we do push lower, I would look for, look for bounces off of potentially the golden pocket, but even more specifically, that 21.5 level or that 786 level. But again, if we revisit that 786, chances are we've already gotten stuck below that POC, so I would probably just expect to come down to the value area low. So if we do not get mega bullish confirmations as we put a lower low in here below the POC, and it doesn't look like we're about to get a big bounce back above the POC, I'm sitting on my hands. I won't be taking a long trade, and I will be waiting to potentially come down to that value area low. So those are the lower levels we need to be keeping an eye on, guys. I don't know if I really want to get more bearish than that until lowest target right now. I'll make this a blue box just so it's a little more... next major level of support I would be looking at if we lose that 23K would be this blue box between 21.8 and 21.550. And then you do have that little level in the middle, that golden pocket that does come in at around, let me pull that back up, does come in at about, 22,000. Oh my God, $22,740. So, if we break that level, again, I'm not really expecting too many strong bounces off any of these other levels. But really what we're looking for is a break of that. Shout out to Grimothy, says, Frankie, you pulled your fib. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm looking at. Again, kind of measly levels in between. Next major level going to be at that 21.8, 21.560 level. So there you go, guys. That is basically how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. And again, 4-hour blood diamond, double blood diamond on the 6-hour. Let me turn on Market Cypher A real quick. And then if we switch over to regular candles, what is that looking like? Yeah, printing that blood diamond on the 6-hour. Sometimes it does see double blood diamonds on the 4-hour on regular candles. Now, one thing to notice here, guys, I was going to say this the other day, just to understand, you will notice the signals are a little bit more liberal on regular candles, right? On Market Cypher A, the blood diamonds pop up more often than on Heikinashi candles. But what you need to understand is the Market Cypher was, I believe, designed for Heikinashi candles, right? So I think that's probably why the signals don't pop up as often on Heikinashis. Like, you got double blood diamonds here, but on the Heikinashis you only have one. I think it's a little harder for those signals to pop up on the Heikinashi candles because Market Cypher's designed for Heikinashi candles. So in my head, I don't have any confirmation on this, but my thought is that it's designed specifically for Heikinashi candles, and a lot, when you look at the regular candles, because the signals pop up more liberally, they can either give you a little bit more of an early insight into what's going to happen, or it will also sometimes feed a little bit more false signals, right? So I do typically, if I see them on regular candles, it usually lets me know that they're about to pop up on Heikinashi candles, but just be careful of false signals on the regular candles because the signals are a little bit more liberal on the regular candles. Signal. I said that word like 7 times. But with that being said, guys, that's how I'm feeling about Bitcoin as of right now. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY, SPY, and Ethereum right before we jump into those altcoins. We got 1,044 people concurrently viewing this stream right now. Shout out to every single one of you guys. Thank you so much for being here on tonight's live stream. Go ahead, if you have not already, smash that like button. We're going for 1,000 likes on this live stream. If we get 1,000 likes, I will spin that wheel 20 times. And then, yeah, probably going to wind up getting fired because we're giving away all our money, guys. But it's okay. We do it for the Candle Mafia. But go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Again, going for 1,000. If we get 1,000 likes on the stream, we will be doing 20 spins on that Wheel of Pain and Pleasure. Okay, Panda Storm says, yes, that's what CryptoFace says. Okay, boom. There we go. Shout out to Panda Storm. But guys, let's, what chart are you using, Frank, or website do I find? Maybe if I had the same thing you have, I would understand and catch these moves better. Shout out to Johnny500. I don't know. So basically, this is TradingView.com. I don't know if you are if that's what you're asking. This is TradingView. It shows you all your different charts. And then the indicator is that we're looking at right now is Market Cipher. So yeah, shout out to you, bro. But let's go ahead and continue on. Ken Smith says you have to look at previous super chat. You have someone tonight. Wait, hold up. Hang on. Shout out to Kenton Smith. Thank you so much for reminding me that because I hate missing super chats if I can help it. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. Hey, oh, God. Oh, Multi-Sig Dummy. What is up, bro? He says, hey, Frankie, my son Lucas watches with me. He's 6. Would you please knight him into the Candle Mafia? Well, Multi-Sig Dummy, how could I not do that, bro? Shout out to Lucas. Lucas, talking to you, bro. Shout out to your dad, Multi-Sig Dummy. I don't know if that's what you call him. I bet you probably just call him Dad. But shout out, your dad's awesome. Thank you for watching the channel. And hey, Lucas, you might be the youngest. You're not in the Candle Mafia yet. We're about to get you in. Let me just collect some money here because it does involve the Bing Bong Cannon. But I will say this, bro. Lucas, your dad's awesome. The fact that he's got you watching Frankie Candles at such a young age makes me feel like you're going to be a successful young man when you grow up. And you are definitely going to be a successful young man if you join the Candle Mafia at such a young age. I mean, we got a young mafioso here, so let's just load this thing up. And on account of all of the candle gods, I hereby declare Lucas, the son of Multi-Sig Dummy, a longtime Candle Mafia member. We now knight in mini Multi-Sig Dummy, Lucas. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. Bing bong. Shout out to Lucas. Congratulations. You're now in the Candle Mafia for life. Shout out to you, bro. Bing bong. Pew, 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 pew. Let's go. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy. Let's go. I love when people have their kids watching with them. You gotta teach the kids how to make money while they're young, right? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Lucas and Multi-Sig Dummy, bro. Thank you for all the support. And shout out to Lucas. And shout out to Ken Smith for letting me know that was going on. But guys, let's go ahead and jump into Ethereum. Actually, the DXY first. Let's kind of check in on this thing and see what we are doing now. Guys, this is something we have been watching for a very, very long time. Now I want to pull up the other DXY chart right here. Welcome, Lucas. Look at that, guys. Check out this community. Just welcoming Lucas into the Candle Mafia. Let's go. Kino with the X swords. Let's go. You have now been knighted in to the Candle Mafia, Lucas. Let's go. Candle Mafia going nuts for you, bro. You're 6 years old and you got people cheering for you. Let's go. Good for you, man. Let's go. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. You guys are the best. You really are. But Connor Anderson says, pew, pew, pew. Let's go. But shout out to the pew, pew crew. But let's go ahead and let's go. Here we go, guys. Right? Taking a look here. This is something we've been watching a lot on the channel recently. Now, we do have a daily red dot on the DXY. Is this going to wind up bringing us down, getting us a big move up on Bitcoin, or are we going to get a VWAP flop on, or a VWAP flip on the DXY? Now, the thing that has me a little worried about the DXY is the daily money flow, guys. This looks pretty bearish for Bitcoin, right? The money flow is coming back up on the DXY, indicating we could potentially get a move. Now, that red dot would indicate a short-term move to the downside, which could be good for Bitcoin in the short term. But if this money flow crosses over into the green, and again, if we get a little bit of a VWAP flip where we come below the zero line and immediately cross back over it, and you get a red dot and then an immediate green dot here, that could give us a little cool off. Maybe we come back down and test this as support before getting a bigger move up. But the next level we are looking at on the DXY is going to be about this level here, which is coming in at 106,268. Now, obviously, we were looking at this all the way back here saying, hey, bullish divergence on the DXY at the 786 right here. This was a while ago now. We were looking at this all the way back in the beginning of February saying, hey, if we come down here, we tap this level, put in a bull div, it may be a good local bottom for the DXY, and that's where we might see Bitcoin start to cool off after this big move up. And what happened, right? We came up to the DXY, a little bit of a rejection, popped over it, and now we may be flipping it to support. And again, that next major level I'm looking at is 106,264, right? So if we make it up there, that might make for a bigger correction on Bitcoin, maybe to go down and fill that CME gap at $19,500 that we have not forgotten about, right? So again, looking somewhat bearish. Short term looks like it may kind of just consolidate slash pull back a little bit, so that would be good for Bitcoin. But in the long run, that money flow does look very bullish for the DXY, which would be bearish for Bitcoin. Now, moving on, taking a look at the SPY, because you guys will know this was something we were looking at as well. We look at the DXY, we look at the SPY to try to give us some insight into what the crypto markets might do, and you guys will know we've been looking at this downtrend on the SPY. I've talked about this a lot. I'll just bring it up again for anybody who's new. We were in this big downtrend, come up, resistance, 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 lower high after lower high, creating this downward price action or this downward trend. And then finally, we busted out of it, flipped it, kind of tested it at support there, came up, rejected our local golden pocket. We were looking for this rejection, and we got it. And then the major level we were looking at for a bounce was the retest of this downward trend line that we broke out of, as well as this point of control that we have coming through here right now. So we are at this key level of support here, guys. This is what we were waiting for. This was the level that we were looking for the SPY to come down at to potentially get a strong move back to the upside, hopefully ripping Bitcoin back up with it. But I will say this. Looking at this right now, money flow does not look too hot on the SPY as of right now. VWAP coming to the upside, kind of getting rejected there, similar to Bitcoin, but your money flow looks much more bearish on the SPY than it does for Bitcoin, which is interesting because if the SPY breaks down, but our money flow on the daily for Bitcoin continues coming up, are we going to see a slight deviation of Bitcoin from the traditional markets? Definitely could be the case here. But yeah, we are at key support here, guys. Really interested to see what's going to happen tomorrow. If we're going to hold this as support or break below it. If we decisively break this point of control, I would expect more further downside for the SPY. But again, it's not like this is looking bearish and Bitcoin is following suit. Bitcoin actually looks much better on the daily than this, but it doesn't really look that good on any other time frame other than daily. So just keep that in mind. Definitely would lean. This is make or break for the SPY, in my opinion, right now. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Thank you for that super chat, bro. He says, let it be witnessed on this day, February 28th, 2023, Lucas was knighted by the Don himself, Frankie Candles, into the CandleMafia. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I don't know why I read that like Morgan Freeman, but shout out to Crypto Billy. I love that, man. God, we have the guys, and I don't say this about me. We have the coolest thing ever. We have the coolest thing ever going on here. Shout out to Crypto Billy, dude. You are funny, man. Super, super cool. Hey, yo, how's the marinade this evening, Mafia? Shout out to Curtis Neal. We see you. Hey, bro. Did you have the baby? Not you. I know you didn't have the baby, but did your wife have the baby? Let us know in the chat, bro. Let us know. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I think you said it was serious. So let us know, because if you had a kid, bro, I'm going to have to collect more money and fire off this money gun. And let us know, was it a bing or a bong? Let us know. Which one? Pink or blue? Shout out to my new nephew on its way. But anyway, let's see. Bada boom. Let's go ahead and continue on, guys. So make or break on the SPY as of right now. We'll have to see what happens tomorrow. Now, let's take a look at Ethereum and, or as your grandmother calls it, Erythrium. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's do bung bang. Shout out to Chemistry, bro. What is up, bro? Thank you for being here, man. 1 million subs by Christmas. Shout out to Self Wealth Crypto. I'm going to go ahead and I'll side with you on that. 1 million by Christmas. That's a lofty goal, but hey, we're going to try to do it, guys. We're going to try to do it. All right, let's see. I love the Sunday gravy. You guys are the best. All right, taking a look at Ethereum here, guys. I'm actually going to pull up this other chart, and we're going to go ahead and find some new levels here, or we'll look at the levels that we had the other day. Now, Again, we were looking at this yesterday. Look, here you go. Blood diamond on the 4-hour printing, right? About to confirm in about 17 minutes. But we have this local golden pocket, right? Saying, hey, this is likely going to be the next level that we find some support at. And as of right now, we did get rejected at that POC, and now we have come down and we had tested that local golden pocket that we were looking at yesterday, almost to the exact dollar. Not too strong of a bounce off of it. I would look for a lower low to come in here eventually, and this is just a 15 minutes, so nothing really too crazy there. Now, although you have the 4-hour blood diamond printing, you do have your money flow kind of coming up, also kind of rolling out. I would consider that a little bit more bearish, right? Because you are starting to curve out here. But taking a look at your 6-hour, no double blood diamonds. Let's check the regular candles. You do have the blood diamond printing on your regular candles, though. But again, like I said, I do like to look at the Heikinashi candles. So yeah, getting a little bit of support on that local golden pocket. If we lose that, guys, 1581 is going to be your next level of major or decent support. But again, just looking at things in terms of ranges. I'm going to update this range in a second. But essentially, guys, again, keep it simple. The more simple you could keep your trading, the more simple you could keep your technical analysis, the better off you will be. Please trust me on that. I know it looks really fancy when someone pulls up a chart, right? And I always say this, guys. If you have someone showing you charts and the chart looks like this, right? And it's let's see. Hang on. Let me dirty up the chart a little bit. If you're looking at your chart, right, and you got this, and you got this, and then you got let's see. What else can we pull up? And then Lux Algo is still loading. Oh no, here we go. Right. So let's just say you're looking at someone, they're showing you TA, and their chart looks like this, guys. I would caution you. If you're looking at somebody and they're showing you a chart and their chart looks like this. I know this looks like fancy. I know this looks like super fancy and advanced. My computer, there we go. I know this looks like super fancy and it's like, oh my God, this guy's like a wizard. Look at all the stuff he has on his chart. It looks super advanced. I don't understand it. And like someone's looking at this and they're like, oh yeah, this. If you see someone's chart and their chart looks like this, guys, I caution you to run the other way. Because if someone is trying to show you TA and this is what they're looking at, there is no way to decipher what the heck is going on here, right? There's too many levels, right? Typically, these people will have like a million different levels on their chart. And like, how are you supposed to decipher what this means, right? And anytime, my charts look like this sometimes, but anytime it does look like that, it's just because I have to clean them up, right? I think a lot of people like to pull up a ton of indicators, and I would just really caution you guys to be cautious around people like that. It's like, sometimes I look at people's charts, and it's like, I don't know if you think this looks advanced or not, but I don't know how you know what you're looking at. Okay, if we lose this level, we're probably going to come down to this level, and it's like a $1 difference, right? Like, it's really not useful. So I just caution you guys. This is just a random tangent. I would caution you guys to watch out for a chart that looks like this because it's useless. You want to keep your TA simple, right? The simpler, the better. Think KISS, right? Back to elementary school. Keep it simple, stupid, right? Again, keeping it simple, just looking at your visible range volume or just looking at your volume profile, the area between your value area low and your value area high. There you go. A little bada boom, bada bing. This is really what we're doing. What happened? We came up to the value area high, we deviated, and then we got sucked back into the value area. We came to the POC as expected, and then eventually lost support and came to the value area low as expected, and now we are currently getting a bounce off of the value area low. We came up, bearishly rejected the POC. Now I would expect to either potentially come back down to the value area low, or if we can't get above the POC, that's where you'd expect to come back down to your value area low. And if you do get back above your POC, that's where you're expecting to come back up to your value area high. So just keep it simple, right? I know, we do have other levels here, but just in general, we're below the POC. So we are expecting to potentially get a move down to the value area low. Until we get back above that POC, we're expecting to move to the value area low. And we didn't actually tap our value area low here, so we could wind up being on our way down to check that. Let me go ahead and extend this visible range or fixed range volume profile to the right and see what happens there. Yeah, there you go. Not much has changed. Levels remain exactly the same. So again, just keeping it simple. Value area low, POC, value area high. We're stuck below the POC. I would expect a potential move back down to the value area low, especially with the 4-hour blood diamond. We'll have to see where that winds up taking us, right? And again, like on another, touching on that, messy chart thing, Granted, guys, I look at a ton of indicators. Like, I look at Market Cipher, but I'm not looking at Market Cipher and then also having the BitLab trading stack on and Lux Algo, right? Typically, I have these presets where if I want to look at BitLab, I click this button, I see the BitLab indicators, keeps it nice and clean. Now I want to look at Market Cipher. It erases everything, just gives me Market Cipher, right? If I want to look at Lux Algo price actions concepts, I will turn off Market Cipher A to clean up the candles, and then I get Lux Algo. If I want to look at Lux Algo Premium, I'll turn off everything else, and I'll just look at Lux Algo Premium, right? So I'm not saying you can't look at all that stuff, but having it all on your chart at one time, I think some people do that to like make people think their chart looks advanced, but it's actually when you do this for long enough and you're like actually trading and you actually know what you're doing, like you don't realize that like people who have charts like that, you'll look at that and just be like, how are you even seeing anything? Like it just doesn't make sense. So there you go. I like when Frank says he's gonna tap that POC. I'm like, tap it, Frankie. Tap that POC. Shout out to Dave Digital. Shout out to Curtis Neal. He says, baby girl is here. Welcome Ellie Mae to the Mafia. Much love. Shout out to Curtis Neal, bro. Hang on. I know you guys might not be able to hear me because I'm not talking into the microphone. But let me just gather some money here for baby. Hang on. For baby Ellie. Shout out to Curtis Neal, man. You've been here for so long. And it's cool, man. Like, I'm actually excited you're having a baby girl, bro. Or you had a baby girl. You now have a baby girl, right? I'm actually excited, bro. I feel like one of my friends had a baby. It's the coolest thing in the world. God, it is baby season. I just became an uncle, or I have one on the way. Not an uncle. I have not a kid either. I have a nephew on the way. But you guys are having a lot of babies too. My cousins, my sister, everybody's having babies. But shout out to Curtis Neal. Shout out to baby Ellie. Welcome to the Candle Mafia. And I guess Lucas was the youngest member, but now Ellie is literally like 1 day old. So she is definitely the youngest Candle Mafia member. This is for you, Ellie. You're now knighted into the Mafia. Shout out to you. Welcome to the Mafia. Bing bong. Let's go. Shout out to baby Ellie. But guys, let's go ahead and continue on here. Curtis, thank you for all the support, bro. Congratulations. For real, man. That's super cool. That's super. That's huge. That's like the biggest thing that can happen to you, right? You had a kid. It's amazing. I don't know if it's your first one yet, but congratulations, bro. Super happy for you. But anyway, let's continue on. Everybody be popping off with the babies. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Frank's nephew is already strength training his calves in the womb. Yes, that's right. I told my sister what to do. She has to push on a certain spot on her stomach to put resistance on the baby's calves. So they're going to be pumping. And so we're going to have baby's going to have super juiced calves, just like his funkle Frankie. But anyway, guys, let's get back to the charts. That's enough calf speak. Let's go ahead and all right, let's go. Okay. Continuing on, again, lowest level, most important level of support for Ethereum is going to be that 1550 level. We've been looking at this level for a while. It remains a very, very key level. If we lose that key level of 1550, guys, going to be a little more likely that we come down potentially. The next major area I would be looking is going to be that 1350 level on Ethereum to retest these highs where we initially broke out for this big move up. But again, that value area low is going to be a big level to watch. And then you also have the 1450 level. You would have to lose this level at about 1450 or 1475, I guess. At the bottom of this blue box. Once you lose that level, that's where you might come down and test that 1350 level. So next level that's most important for Ethereum is going to be 1550. And again, Blood Diamond confirmed. All right, continuing on here. Let's go ahead and see. I got to move this off. I can't be like staring at my calf on the other screen. It's just too distracting. But continuing on, guys, and with all that being said, WTBS, shout out to no way. Dave Digital has a calf emoji too? What do you mean? Dave is in charge of emojis now. How do we get here? Dave is in charge of emojis. He's crazy. Shout out to Dave Digital. He's got a calf emoji too. I don't know how he's getting these, but shout out to him. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. All I heard was 1350. Creighton, I'm right there with you, bro. But with all that being said, WTBS, let's go ahead and move on to those altcoins, guys. If you want to see your altcoin, go ahead and throw it in chat right now. Rob the Crypto Stomp will count up the votes and let me know what coins we're looking at today. But return of the calf cam. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Let's go ahead and we'll start off taking a look at Jasmine. I saw everyone shouting out Jasmine. Let's start with that while you guys are putting in your requests as Rob starts to count them. Let's take a look at Jasmine KuCoin Tether. Crypto Billy, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the super chat, bro. He said, this is for Ellie. Let's go. Crypto Billy, thank you for the super chat. He says, let it be witnessed. On this day, February 28th, 2023, Ellie Mae was knighted into the CandleMafia by the Don himself and is officially and evermore the youngest CandleMafia member on record. Shout out to Crypto Billy, dude. You're funny, bro. Like, the way you're wording that is hilarious. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Shout out to Ellie. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Multi-Sig Dummy. Shout out to all the new CandleMafia members. Let's go. Shout out to you guys. Burke3, shout out to you, bro. He says, KAS, please. Want your sweaty hat. Let's go. Burke, we'll have to send you out a used Frankie Candles hat. Shout out to Burke. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Shout out to NMCT. Said, just joined. Did you talk about H-Bar? 3.14 billion token unlock happening in 2 hours. NMCT, we have not talked about that, but we did talk about it on the Sin City Crypto live stream that I was on earlier this afternoon. But we could take a look at H-Bar, the fact that they are doing that unlock in 2 hours. We will add H-Bar to the list. So shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat, man. All right, let's continue on here. Taking a look at Jasmine. Pulling up the daily chart, guys. I'm actually going to start on the weekly, and the reason being is that a lot of the altcoins, guys, I was talking about this on Sin City Crypto as well, a lot of the altcoins are looking for that weekly red dot, right? Jasmine included, right? Money flow in the red, not enough information to really take away from here. But red dot definitely looking to print on Jasmine on the weekly, right? And listen, I'm not saying we can't go back up or we can't just go up from here. But a lot of people are calling for more upside, and I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying the problem I have with that is just look at the weekly candles, guys. Massive weekly green candles on these altcoins. We are in a bear market, depending on how you define a bear market, right? We are not expecting all-time highs anytime soon, right? I'm not expecting all-time highs for Bitcoin anytime this year, right? Or even next year. All-time highs, in my opinion, are likely going to come in 2025. But that doesn't mean they can't come, right? We can see something completely different happen in Bitcoin than we've ever seen before, right? It doesn't mean that it can't happen. I'm just saying, if it does happen, something would have to happen that has never happened in the history of Bitcoin, right? So, with that being said, massive green candles here on the weekly. With the VWAP on the weekly cooling off, it is likely to get a pullback. Very likely, right? Like, nothing goes up forever, especially right now, in the state of the market right now. So weekly red dot looking to print, likely going to bring some more downside. Your 6-day is printing as you're getting that 6-day red candle. Your 5-day is also printing that red dot. Your 4-day is confirmed on the red dot, and your 3-day has the no bearish divergence, but red dot confirmed. Money flow coming back out on your 3-day, right? Money flow came up, and now it's coming back out. But you may still make a higher low here, so it's not all over yet. But definitely money flow. Actually, money flow does not look too bad here on the 3-day. Your 2-day money flow is coming out very similar to Bitcoin. Your daily is looking very similar to Bitcoin, almost identical, right? And you don't have a bearish divergence on the daily, which is interesting. But your 16-hour looking super bearish with your money flow. 12-hour, did I say 16-minute? 16-hour money flow in the red, 12-hour money flow in the red as well. Your 8-hour confirmed red dot. This is very similar to, I'd look out for the 8-hour bull div. However, money flow coming out, definitely more bearish. Taking a look at our 4-hour. Money flow in the red, VWAP below the 0 line. Looking to make some lower lows here. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull some volume on this little range here. Go ahead and unextend it. Take a look at where your value area high is here. I'm going to go ahead and mark that out because this is going to be somewhat important. And then I'm going to go ahead and put our value area low and our POC in there as well. Now, with that being said, guys, if we do put this lower low and we come tap this previous value area high from this previous area of consolidation, and we are able to put in a bull div here on that 4-hour, that may be a decent signal that you may be able to get a move up. However, you would want to see other bullish confirmations. You just would not want to trade that if you get the bull div and money flow is still coming out, right? You wouldn't really necessarily want to take that trade. It could be very risky. But that is just something I am seeing very locally here. Your next level to the downside that would be very, very important to watch is going to be that previous value area high coming in at 0.005596 cents. Now, also want to go ahead and pull a little bit of a Fibonacci, pull a little bit of a fib. Let's pull it from here all the way to the high here. And you could see we are kind of fighting that golden pocket right now. Let me see if I can find a different pull here that gives us a little bit more confluence. Not necessarily. I don't want to stretch it there. But that value area high, that previous value area high, is going to be a pretty key level to watch for a potential bounce if you do. And again, if you put that lower low in and you get that bull div on the 4 hour, maybe you get the bull div on the 6 hour and the 8 hour as well, that may be a decent sign that you could get a bounce to the upside. 1 hour is curving up with your VWAP, no bullish divergence, but your money flow coming out. This looks bearish, guys. I'm not going to lie. It does. Money flow on the 2 hour also coming out pretty aggressively here. That is looking a bit more bearish as well. So yeah, just something to keep an eye on. But yeah, major level to the downside I would be watching is that value area high that I just talked about. And then again, in more of a macro sense, taking a look at our a bigger range of price action here, you can see our point of control, our macro point of control here is going to be at about, let me go ahead. I'm going to change this to macro POC. This may be a good place to come down and test as well if we are going to get a big move down. This macro POC, which is coming in at about 0.005179 cents. So again, look for a bounce off that local value area high if you break down below it. That POC being a very, 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 very high volume node may be an even better place to get that big bounce to the upside, right? And I'm going to pull a fib all the way from the high all the way from the low to the high. And you can see that golden pocket is not too far away from that level. So if you lose that level, you can watch that local golden pocket as well. But that POC, that macro POC, is going to be a big level to watch. Now, let's see. 10 seconds until the monthly close. Actually, guys, I wanted to bring this up on Bitcoin, the monthly. Pulling up the monthly for Bitcoin. Something that's really interesting that I didn't even realize until I was talking to Kelly from BitLab Academy. Shout out to the BitLab Academy. Definitely go check them out, guys. Kelly's an awesome guy. Really, really smart dude. A lot of good information on that channel. But, I was talking to him, and he was talking to me about the BitLab indicator, and he was just showing me something, and I was like, hey, that monthly actually looks pretty decent on the BitLab indicators. Oh, actually, really, this is interesting now that I'm just looking at this. But anyway, you could see we are getting a pretty big blue wave on our monthly, indicating that this could be somewhat of a macro bottom signal on the significant movements indicator on the BitLab trading stack. These blue waves do indicate a big bottom or a potential bottom being formed, right? Just as those big red waves indicate a top being formed. You could see how accurate that is as well. Let me just minimize the rest of this stuff. You could see big red wave, right, marked the all-time high, basically, right? The top of the market, top of the bull market was marked by this giant red wave, and then eventually we went unshaded, which would be more of a bearish look, and then that basically started the bear market. And then you see big blue wave could be marking the opposite, or you'd expect it to be marking the opposite, being the potential bottom of the bear market. And I do think there is a decent chance that the bottom was put in here at about 15K. No guarantees, right? We could come lower, but I do think there is a decent chance that the bottom was put in here at about $15,300, right? And then coming down to previous bear markets, you could see here we actually did not get that bottom signal on the significant movement in 2018 on the monthly, but you could see when we got a tiny little blue wave here on the monthly, in 2015, the bottom was already in, and it did mark the bottom of that bear market being in, right? So just something to be something that's very interesting. This is a very, very, very big blue wave and could potentially indicate that the bottom is in, right? Also, relative extrema bars came out big time out of our green wave on the monthly here, and it is starting to look like it wants to move back to the upside here. So very, very interesting. Candle Not, let's see the regular candles. Yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. This would indicate potentially a move to the downside. But again, the significant movements is really what I'm looking at here, potentially indicating that we could have topped out. All right, let's see. Shout out to Ethan Wiley, says AGIX is popping off. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at AGIX, and then I will take a look. Panda Punch in the chat. What is going on? We dropping more. Shout out to Panda Punch. There are some bearish signals popping up on the chart, Panda. Absolutely coming through, flexing that check mark. Shout out to Panda Punch, our YouTube friend. But let's go ahead and take a look at AGIX. Yes, AGIX is absolutely going insane. Some beautiful, beautiful bull pennants formed here, right on the higher time frames. As you can see, you can even pull these up on pull them up on the trading view, the auto pattern detection. You can go ahead and pull up. Where is it? There it is. Bullish pennant. There you go. Right. You get that bullish pennant forming. Bing bong bullish consolidation textbook, guys. This is textbook bullish pennant. Boom. You coil up in a bullish manner. Bang, you get another move to the upside. And then this did technically create, if you move around time frames, sometimes TradingView will grab it. But I'm not going to waste time here. I'll just draw it for you guys. Beautiful. Another essentially textbook bullish consolidation here, making another pennant. And we are definitely breaking out of this bullish pennant, to be expected, right? This one's even more textbook. This is like the most textbook bullish pennant I've ever seen. One of the most textbook bullish pennants I've ever seen in my life. You even get the breakout bullish retest before you blast off. And yeah, this is just absolutely textbook. Breaking out of this bullish pennant as well. I don't know if they got news or what happened, but just looking at the charts here, it is obvious that this was going to break out, and then just another lock and load moment for AGIX. But shout out to Gaybar Singh, says, can you chart render, please? Shout out to Gaybar. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize if I butchered it for you, but go ahead and shout out to Gabber. We could try to take a look at render for sure. Just a reminder, guys, super chats are not guaranteed altcoin requests. We will try to look at them for sure. I try to look at everything, but just so you know, the free chats are you don't have to send super chats to request a coin. And if you do super chat a request, it doesn't guarantee that we'll look at it. Otherwise, we'd be stuck here forever. But yeah, we will definitely try to fit render in for you. Absolutely. Shout out to Gabber. I almost said multi-sig dummy. Midnight Sapphire said, Gloria had a wonderful first birthday last Friday and got to hear Frankie Candles sing her happy birthday. She had a big grin with her cake and Frankie singing. Recorded from the live a few days before. Shout out to Midnight Sapphire. Well, happy birthday to Gloria and her first for her first birthday. She's probably such a little cute little baby nugget. Shout out to Midnight Sapphire. Shout out to Gloria. But continuing on, let's go ahead and continue on here. So if I were to look at AGIX here, I would be like, hey, wow, bullish pennant breakout. Very, very nice. Where can we expect this thing to take us? So we could go ahead and kind of measure this pennant. Roughly, I don't know if you want to, it depends on where you pull this from, but either way, the impulse all the way up to the top of your pattern, if we go ahead and try to mark out where this can take us, the technical breakout target of this bull pennant could be up at these levels, coming in at about $1.35. Bada bing, bada boom. Zoom out a little bit to see if we have any, what happened? There we go. To see if we have any prior. Yeah, so are we in, oh, yeah. Okay. So interesting. Now, interesting. So I don't know if this is all the price history of AGIX. I'm not saying that this can't break out to higher prices, but one thing you want to realize is that you did come up here, and if this is the all-time high, we did come in and tap that all-time high level, which would be a very, very, very strong level to fight. We are in as good of a case as we could be, right? Bullish pennant breakout could push us up easily up towards this resistance level, but this is going to be a big level. 66 cents is going to be a huge level to get above. If you get above this and flip it to support, technically, you would be in price discovery for AGIX if this is indeed all of the price action and this is the all-time high. So you would get into price discovery, and things could get very, very interesting, potentially getting you up to that $1.36 level for AGIX. And then it would be almost impossible. It would be very hard for me. We could pull fibs to get higher price targets than that. But when you get into price discovery, sometimes price can just fly. So I would be very careful because you did tap this very important level. But if you could get above this level, AGIX can go absolutely haywire. Money flow coming out on your 16-hour. Daily money flow is coming up as that VWAP is coming down. So interesting. Doesn't actually looks pretty good on the daily, other than the VWAP rolling over. Money flow looks very healthy on the daily. Your 2-day money flow coming up. Green dot printing. I would be aware of this, guys. I would be aware of this. Here you go. Not a trade setup, but something I would be careful of is a potential pump out of this bull pennant, right? Break out of the bull pennant, which is already happening. And then a potential breakout above this $66 level, a wick out here to put in a higher high, right? And then look for the 2-day to come in and put a lower high in on your momentum wave. That was not a lower high. That was an equal high. Look for that momentum wave to come in and make a lower high on your momentum wave, giving you that high time frame bear div for a potential big, big correction. So I would be looking for that not only on the 2-day, but you can look for that on the 3-day as well. However, just looking at the indicators here, that green dot, not only are you getting the green dot, you're also getting money flow to curve to the upside. This is what you want to see for higher prices. So maybe AGIX breaks through this level, goes into price discovery, and plays out on that technical target of about $1.36. So let's go ahead and keep an eye on AGIX. Thing might pump to the moon. But again, that 66-cent level is going to be insanely important to get above. All right, moving on. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Let's see. Let's see. Alex O says, monthly is in. Frank, what's your take? Sending love. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. He says, and then Sniper's Nightmare says, always fun doubling your account in a day on Bitcoin. Let's go. Shout out to Sniper's Nightmare, crushing the trades. Let's go. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that monthly close. Let me, not on AGIX, on Bitcoin. Go ahead and take a look at that monthly. And let's see here. So, zooming in here. Yeah. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. Let's go to the regular candles. Yeah. I mean, it's opening red. It's opening red. So here's what I think. Now, going to go ahead and clear. Let me go ahead and clear this chart. Oh no, I don't want to clear everything. I do have some important stuff here. Just go ahead and delete all that. Right. So here's what I'm looking at. Pretty big level right here, right? This is going to be a monthly level as we have gotten rejected here. Not quite a pipe top, but you do have this level of resistance, right? Clearly, we got rejected at this level. Blue candle came up, opened at the same price, or basically, and then dumped. But this doji candle is not the best look, right? This has been a doji month, right? An indecisive month for the most part. Now, the reason I don't like this monthly close, now it doesn't mean that it can't change, right? But the reason I don't love this monthly close is because big blue candle, green doji candle, right? This could indicate a trend reversal, right? So the fact that this monthly is opening up red as of right now, again, this can completely change. Please understand that. But as of right now, I don't love it, right? Because that doji candle could indicate trend reversal. And then now that we're opening up purple, that could be the beginning of that trend reversal. So I would kind of just be a little bit careful there as far as that. You could kind of see the same thing happened right here. You came up, you got some kind of a doji candle. This one was a purple doji candle. So some would consider that a little bit more bearish than a blue doji candle. So you get the purple doji candle, which again could be considered a little bit more bearish, and that indicated the trend reversal, right? We could try to find another kind of example here. I just want to find somewhat of a clear example. I'm not going to go crazy looking for one. But again, monthly close, I typically, I typically let a few candles go by. I mean, there you go. The monthly just turned green. So kind of just bing-bonging around. But again, blue doji candle, I guess a little better than a red doji candle. But yeah, kind of indecisive, right? That's basically what this says. Big move up, indecision. Maybe this was just consolidation, and then we'll get another big move up. But again, I don't really, as far as market cipher, money flow is still coming up. That is a good sign. VWAP kind of flat. That would be a neutral sign. So yeah, I would say, you're still below the zero line, right? So you do have some room to come up a little bit more. But we got to get above this level, right? On the monthly, at least. We need to get above that $23,327 level. So yeah, that's going to be your key level. Again, I don't really look at the monthly closes, like too closely, right? Because it takes so long to get more information, and like there's not much more information I can gather from this new candle forming that I couldn't get from just looking at the chart before. So there you go. That's kind of how I'm feeling. Doji candle, kind of indecisive. But let's go ahead and get back to the altcoins. Yeah, AGIX, Bullpen and Central just absolutely launching. Now you guys have the levels to watch on AGIX. And now, love a good monthly candle. Shout out to Curtis Neal. Let's go ahead and move on to our next altcoin, which is going to be HBAR. So we'll see. I know a lot of people are afraid of they have a token unlock. Is it going to dump on the market? Are we going to see a big move down on this unlock, or is it not really going to be a big deal? So let's go ahead and take a look at the HBARs. Going ahead and take a look at the weekly time frame. Again, a lot of these altcoins are giving us red dots on the weekly time frame. More of a bearish look. Money flow kind of curving out here, to be honest with you. A little bit more of a bearish look. 6-day red dot printing. 5-day red dot printing, 4-day red dot confirmed. So yeah, we actually looked at this on Sin City Crypto. Let me go ahead and actually, I'm not going to hunt for the actual chart that I looked at. So basically what we were looking at here was where can we expect some support? And I'll just tell you what I told them, which was the honest truth, right? Or at least giving my analysis to the best of my abilities, right? So let's go ahead and take a look here. If we are going to get a move down here on HBAR due to this token unlock, where can we expect price to come? Now, we were looking at this very high volume node when looking at all your price action. So this level, this high volume node is coming in at about 6 cents, right? I would just say about 6 cents. So this is going to be a really important level. This is also, I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line here, right? So you could see this level acted as right here, right? Boom. Support, somewhat support. You got support and a little bit of a bounce here. Rejection, dump, right? So this price, this level has a lot of interaction. It's been respected very well. So if we do get a continuation down here, the fact that we do have a high volume, this is the highest volume node of all of the price action. This is going to be a very, very key level to hold, right? So if we hold, if we do continue down, this is going to be a big level to watch, that 6 cent level. We'll see if we can get some confluence here with a golden pocket. Well, look at that. We also have our golden pocket here, giving us a bit of confluence, not dead on, not exactly at that level, but I'll draw a little blue box. So this blue box is going to be the level that you want to watch for some support, right? So if we continue down, I wouldn't really be getting that upset until we start losing this blue box. Once you lose this blue box, which again, the bottom of it is coming in at about 0.0699 cents, if we lose that level, please understand that we do have a low volume gap and we are on the 4-day time frame. So this is a pretty big gap, right? If we come down to the daily, you could see it probably a little bit better. There you go, or a little bit higher res. There you go, right? So you got this big gap all the way down essentially to our 786. So if we get a nuke here, oh God, YouTube's probably not going to like that word right now. But, I'm sorry, YouTube, I love you. Please don't hurt me. But anyway, if we do continue to come down here, I would look for big support here at this blue box. If we lose that blue box, I would expect a bearish retest of that golden pocket and then a potential quick dump down to our 786, which is in perfect confluence of our next high volume node coming in, starting at about 5 cents and coming all the way down to about 4.5 cents. So, if we lose that first blue box, I would look for a move down to this second blue box. And that is really what I would be expecting, right? So I think most of your damage is going to come in if you lose this first blue box. And then if you lose the second blue box, I mean, you're pretty close to the bottom anyway. But if you lose that level, that's where things could get really, really dicey. But these are going to be the two major levels of resistance or major levels of support I'd be watching on HBAR. And then if you guys want to screenshot those levels right here, I'll leave that highlighted for a second. You could pause it and screenshot. And now you guys could take those levels down here as well. Go ahead and screenshot those if you're interested. But Starting to lose my voice here, guys. But you know, that is basically the major zones of support that I would be looking for on H-bar. So definitely keep an eye out on those. And then, you know, kind of just looking at our indicators, you know, weekly red dot printing. Again, that daily is actually looking pretty bearish with money flow crossed back over into the red. Likely this happened in anticipation of this event that was going down in about an hour or so. But that is likely kind of what happened there. But with the money flow in the red, I would lean a little bit more bearish on the daily for H-bar rather than Bitcoin. You do have snake eyes on that daily, so potentially that could give you a move to the upside. But again, money flow would have to start coming up here. Oh, this is the 16-hour. I apologize, guys. Daily money flow looking the same as Bitcoin. Sorry about that. That was kind of a big mess up. Yeah, money flow, the daily looking very similar to Bitcoin. 16-hour looking very similar to Bitcoin. As far as the indicators, looks very similar to Bitcoin. But again, those are the two major zones I would be looking at. And then again, I think we did this on Sin City today, pulling our local range here. You could see you have been accepted back into this previous range, and you are below the POC. So, you know, local support is likely going to come in at this value area low, coming in at about 6 cents, 0.067 cents. And then, again, that basically brings you very close to your blue box here. So those are the levels I would be looking for. Yellow X, yellow X, yellow X, manipulation to the downside. Excuse me. But, yeah, these are the main levels I would be looking for on H-bar. Yeah, momentum, yeah. Yikes. This is definitely getting pushed down. But, yeah, those are the major levels I would look for. And, again, the bottom of this blue box at about 5.5 cents is the real key level before I would expect some real quick moves to the downside. So there is H-bar, guys. Hopefully that clears some things up. Let's see. Bada boom, bada boom. Filecoin. Matthew wants to take a look at Filecoin. We also looked at that on Sin City. We could take a look at that as well. Daddy Zach asks for Hex. Will you do it? Since I haven't seen any TA on that for a while, other than my own. Shout out to Daddy Zach. Let's take a look at Hex, and then we will also take a look at Filecoin, and then let's go ahead and continue on to our other alts. Hex. Let's take a look here. Getting a little bit of a move up here on the 4-hour. Nice little trigger wave on that 4-hour. How long have we been going for? Okay, yeah, we're right on time here. All right, let's see. Oh, you guys are killing me. All right, let's see. All right, let's go. Let's see. Wait, did I miss a super chat? Hang on, let me make sure I didn't miss a super chat. Let's see. I don't think I did. Okay, beautiful. All right, continuing on here, guys. Taking a look at Hex. Shout out to the Hex community. I don't know exactly what you guys call each other, but taking a look at the daily, green dot is printing. Money flow is thick in the green. I would say Hex looks pretty healthy on the daily. I would be careful of a potential bearish divergence. Printing on the daily time frame could mark your next big move to the downside. However, let's go ahead and see what levels we are testing here. I'm not going to pull those scam wicks. Yeah, so you basically get a I'm actually going to pull that to these non-scam wicks. All right, interesting. Let's pull it to these highs up here. Okay, so you are testing from this high all the way to your low here. You are testing this local golden pocket. I would be careful of a potential higher high being put in here with a potential lower high being put in on your daily for that bearish divergence on the daily, which will, if that happens, likely be a great place to look for a correction and a potential scalp trade to the downside or a scalp short to the downside. But you are coming up to some pretty important resistance here. I'm going to draw this as a box. You know, this is a very important level of resistance. I'm going to go ahead and turn it purple, just letting you know it's resistance and not support. Oh, my God, you guys are funny. You guys are funny. Let's see. Shout out to C Rain says Bueller. Anybody know how to get that volume indicator on the right like that? I'll give you a quick little sauce to go here. C Rain coming from the Candle Man himself. Go ahead and just double click on your volume bars anywhere on your volume bars to open up the settings. If you can't get that going, come onto your VRVP. Go ahead and click that settings wheel. Come in here and you're gonna want to come to inputs. You're gonna want to come to style placement. click that drop down and click on right. It is default, I think, on the left. You just come down here, change it to right, and it should pop up on your right-hand side. So there you go. Hex to the moon. Shout out to Jay Mizzle. Let's go. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and okay, sorry. I'm getting sucked into chat here. But coming up to some strong resistance, you can see we've gotten absolutely demolished from this level, not only here, but also here again. And now we are testing this level one more time. I would be careful of some potential bearish signals at this level because it could start another big move to the downside. With that being said, let's continue on. I just wanted to get rid of these marks. I didn't want to delete all that stuff. Let's go ahead and continue. So that is what I'd be looking for on Hex. But the daily is looking much better. Not much better, but the daily is looking pretty dang good. Your 16-hour is looking better than Bitcoin. Money flow kind of flat. Green dot with that nice tight little trigger wave there. Look at that beauty. That is looking pretty nice. Your 12-hour is also printing a green dot. 16 hours confirmed. Let's go ahead and check that 45-minute money flow crossing over into the green on Hex here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Vertical line, price. Here's a random prediction. Price goes up after this line. So there you go. This is, we'll come back and check on this. I am, based off of the 12-hour green dot printing and the money flow on that 45-minute and 1 hour and 90-minute coming to the upside, I would be looking for a move up after really that 45-minute money flow. This looks smooth, right? That smooth curvature to the upside. If we get that crossover, that could be where you start getting a big move to the upside. However, VWAP kind of flying up. This may cool off before you get the crossover, so it may not play out. But if it does, if you do get that crossover into the green soon, that is likely where you'll see price start to run up like crazy. Let's see, 2 hour. 2 hour VWAP above that zero line. 30-minute. Money flow crossover into the green. Taking a look at some of these higher hourly time frames. Yeah, Hex is looking pretty decent here. 3 hour money flow is not looking great, but 4 hour and daily money flow is looking really good. But again, very, very key resistance here at these levels. So be very careful of a rejection at this level, right? Careful of rejection, right? Right. Careful of rejection. Just go ahead and boop. Careful of rejection from this level, right? So definitely strong resistance here, clearly, as we've been rejected a bunch of times. But for that real big move down, I would look for a little push up in the short term, up into these levels before putting in a higher high, putting in that bear div on the daily, and then coming down. Little freebie for the CandleMafia on the YouTube channel. Let's go. Dude, you're the man. Thanks. Shout out to C Rain. Hey, bro. We're the CandleMafia over here. No CandleMafia member left behind. Anytime I see chats like that, I always try to answer the questions. That's why this is an interactive show, guys. My show is interactive because I wish I had a show where I could kind of reach through the screen and like tap someone on the shoulder like, hey, man, you just did this. How'd you do that? So I always like to keep a close eye on chat and answer as many questions as I can live because it's kind of what I wish I knew when I was learning how to trade, learning how to do TA. I wish I could ask those questions and get them answered. So that's why this is an interactive show. I've built this entire channel, guys, based off of what I wish I had when I learned how to trade. So I try to fill that gap. Shout out to Dixon. Brilliant analysis on Hex. Thank you for that, Dixon. I appreciate you. And anytime for you, bro. Anytime for you. It's Autopilot says, it's Frank's world. We're just living in it. Shout out to you. Shout out to It's Autopilot. Watched Quadriga Scam on Netflix for the first time. Wow, what is the Quadriga Scam? Am I missing something? Shout out to PJ Bell. Creighton C says, come to our world, Frankie. Take the red pill. Join us. Dave is here. You love Dave and Billy and Tony and Rob. Anon is here. Come to us. I'm lost. I don't get that. I don't understand what's going on. Creighton, add yourself to that list, bro. I love you too. I don't know. What is this world? What is this world? This special world? I don't know. Somebody fill me in. I don't know. Is Gary Ginsler there though? Because I don't want to join that world. Hey, Hazy Game says, what's a good starting point when starting to short or long for the first time? Well, Hazy, I would start off here. Start off watching, and I'm not doing this to get views. I'm doing this because, in my opinion, it's one of the best free resources to learn how to trade. Watch all the videos on my YouTube channel, all the way from my first video, all the way to the last video. It will bring you from knowing nothing about how to read a chart. Like if you don't understand anything about the chart, start at my first video and watch it all the way through. They're all free videos, and it will take you from zero to expert in learning how to read, going from not knowing what a candlestick is, not knowing what a trading pattern is, or not having a strategy, all the way to understanding advanced trading strategies, advanced risk management, advanced technical analysis. It'll bring you from A to Z, from beginner to expert, and then also tune into these live streams. You'll catch a lot of hidden gems on this live stream, and definitely get into that free Discord, because if you want to learn, you want to surround yourself with people who are already doing this, and the more you hang out with people that are doing it, the more you'll naturally catch on to, and they'll also, the biggest thing about being around people who have been doing this is you can learn from the mistakes that they made, so you could try to avoid some of those mistakes yourself, right? And then the other thing I would say is, before you start using leverage, either start with 1x leverage or no leverage. And also, when you first start, I would recommend starting on a demo account or a paper trading account, so you don't have to risk your actual money to practice trading. And if you go through all my videos on YouTube, I show you how to do all that paper trading and all that stuff as well. So that's where I would recommend you start. But there you go. All right, what do we got? We'll take a look at Atom, and then actually we'll take a look at Filecoin and then Atom, and then that will go ahead and be the last thing we look at, as we are running out of time. Taking a look at Filecoin here. We looked at this on the Sin City crypto stream. Now, looking at the weekly, Red Dot is looking to come in here in the next week or two. Very, very similar looking on Market Cypher as a lot of these other things. Let's see. VWAP getting rejected on the daily. Money flow kind of flat on the daily as well. Your 16 and 12 hour, very bearish looking with the money flow. Again, kind of contradicting that daily, very similar to Bitcoin. Taking a look at your 4 hour. I'd watch, VWAP coming up on the 4 hour. You're likely going to put in a 4 hour bull div very soon here on the 4 hour, obviously. So just be ready for that. That may give you a short-term move to the upside. And 4 hour bear divs are typically very strong, guys. However, they are much stronger when you have money flow agreeing, right? We don't have money flow curving up and looking to cross over into the green. We don't have money flow coming up with this bull div. So we're not going to be expecting it to be as big of a signal, right? So you can see right here, very, very slightly, you have a bull div here on the 4 hour. But I wish I could find a little bit of a better scenario. But here you could see, right, you have momentum. You have a low on your momentum wave, a higher low on your momentum wave, giving you that diagonal line to the upside, which is what we look for those bullish divergences. You're looking for that pinch point with your higher low on your momentum, right, and then your lower lows on your price action, right? So that is exactly what you have right here. I look at the bodies for my divergences, guys. So right here, that would be a bullish divergence. And look at the move it gave you. Massive move to the upside. Moonshot. Absolute moonshot. However, the difference here of this divergence, the difference between this divergence and this divergence is that your actual money flow was coming up as well as getting that bull div. So you have your bull div with money flow in agreement to the upside, right? So that causes that big move to the upside. But here, you may put in that bull div with your higher high, higher low on your momentum, with your lower low on price action, which is a bull div and will likely give you some kind of a move to the upside. However, I wouldn't expect it to be as big of a move, because you have money flow coming in the wrong direction. If you had money flow coming up here, that would indicate a bigger move. But because money flow looks bearish, I would be careful with holding this long or holding any positions that you take off of this bull div. If you do, holding it for too long, because money flow is not in agreement. So very, very saucy bullish divergence. Somewhat of a bullish divergence, but not as saucy, right? So hopefully that kind of teaches you guys a little bit something there. 2 hour bull div is printing as we speak. So we'll see as you start to get a green candle here. Likely that we will get some form of a move up here, but again, not expecting anything too crazy, being that we do have that money flow on the 4 hour kind of disagreeing. And then just looking at the volume here. Some really, really local volume. We are out of our value area. So maybe we come back up and we bearishly retest that value area low of the previous range. We'll see if we can get a local golden pocket to be in agreement with that. And if we pull it from the impulse, you get almost to the dollar, a perfect confluence between that value area low and that golden pocket. So if we do get that, do get a bigger move up, I would look for a potential rejection at the golden pocket or that 786. Two big levels to look for a rejection. And the fact that money flow on the 4-hour is not looking as saucy, even though we have that bull div on the 4-hour, likely to give you a move up. But again, I would expect it to be a move up with to put in a lower high and then get another rejection to the downside. And that is because the money flow is not agreeing with the divergence. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Shout out to Creighton C. He says, yeah, he was early in volume profiles, but sometimes I hear people calling their TA the sauce. Then they look at the camera guilty when I throw up a candle. Oh, shit. I don't even know what you guys are talking about, but shout out to Creighton C. I'm completely lost. I feel like been lost in chat for like a little bit now. But yeah, shout out to you guys. All right, let's see. Okay, continuing on. Here we go. Introducing first in the blue shorts. I don't know. I'm not Bruce Buffer, guys. I'll never be Bruce Buffer, but I could still wear cool suits, right? Shout out to Bruce Buffer and anybody who knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and take a look at Adam. That is going to be our last look here. Why is this so hard to find? Let's take a look at Cosmos a bit. Oh no, hang on. Here we go. Okay. Cosmos, Binance, Tether US. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I'm going to run through this one really quickly. Daily. Oh, God, this thing's getting a big move. Where did I just see that yellow X? I see a... Interesting. Oh, there it is. 6-hour yellow X's. 10-hour yellow X. Oh, God, that is nasty looking. Okay, taking a look at the daily. Daily money flow coming out. This is looking bearish. This is bearish. Money flow coming out, VWAP coming to the upside, so be careful of a potential short-term bounce. But again, let's see if we can get a little bit of confluence between this high-volume node and a local golden pocket. Let's see if we can get it. Maybe we won't. Maybe we will. Okay, we did not, but we do have that confluence of this high-volume node, right? So I would actually, on a lower time frame, we will likely be able to get, yeah, that is likely the high-volume node I was looking for. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, right? So bada boom, right? I would look for a potential, again, daily VWAP coming up. If that gives us a move up, I would look for a move up into that local golden pocket /786 for a potential move to the downside. And the reason I say that is because money flow is coming out on the daily. Not only that, money flow is coming out on the 2-day. Is your weekly printing that red dot? It is, as a lot of the altcoins are. So definitely more of a semi-bearish outlook on Atom as of right now. Also, call me crazy. Call me crazy here. But, maybe not. Yeah, not quite. This looks kind of like bearish consolidation to me. I will be honest. Not really that clear of a, it's not the clearest. It's not the clearest, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't really like the way that looks. But definitely, weekly red dot. 4-day, money flow coming out. Wow, yeah, money flow coming out on these higher daily time frames. Looking a little different than Bitcoin. Daily looking more bearish. 16-hour money flow in the red. 12-hour money flow in the red. 10-hour yellow X is confirmed. I would be looking for some more potential downside for Atom. Now pulling some volume here. I'm going to get rid of this stuff here to clean things up. Leaving our current value area. I'd actually rather pull that from here. Leaving this current value area. Bouncing off this high volume node right here. You do have a level here, so be aware for a potential bounce. 4-hour, no bullish divergence. 2-hour, no bullish divergence. Wow. Yikes. Not looking like there's much that's going to save this. But if you lose this level, guys, I would be very, I'm going to draw this as a box. Boom. I would be looking at, I'd be looking here. I'd be looking here for some big support. If you lose this level, next likely stop is going to be about $11.12. If you lose that general area, that's where I would be looking for some lower prices, getting down to that $10.5 level to retest these highs from back here. go ahead and put that level, right? So basically, kind of the levels that I would be looking for, right? So I would expect a potential bounce off this level, bearish retest before another move down. If you break the blue box, I'd look for a bounce here. If you lose that level, probably going to be a quick move down to our next highest volume node, which is coming in here at about $10.50. And then just for fun, go ahead and pull some volume on this. Yeah. Again, there you go. Perfect confluence between this $10.50 level. You would be coming down to test the value area high of this previous range. So those are the levels I would be looking at on Atom. And again, looking a little bit more bearish in my opinion, especially with that weekly red dot. Money flow coming out on a lot of those higher time frames. But yeah. All right. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. Creighton says they don't call us the Mafia for nothing. Super loft. Mafia doesn't miss a thing. Lost profit. I kind of feel like a lost profit, to be honest with you, because, the Mafia doesn't miss a thing, but apparently Frankie Candles misses a lot in chat because I'm too busy staring at the dang charts. But anyway, guys, with all that being said, Frankie, don't forget your turmeric shot. Guys, I will tell you this. I slacked a little bit. Didn't make it to Whole Foods over the weekend to get more shots, but I will tell you this, a little bit more of a delicious option here. We got the protein, guys. We got the protein. So we're going to be chugging this. It's healthy. It's healthy, right? You got to get your protein in for the day. Would love some Atom on sale. Bubba's Crypto, absolutely. I agree with you there. Don't forget about the 15 push-ups. Shout out to Sandeep. I did forget, but now I didn't because of you. But what is our likes at, guys? Let's see. 600 likes, guys. We got to do something about these likes. 661 likes. We had over 1,000 people in here. If we had 900 people in here, we used to be able to run it up to 1,000 likes. But hey, it does save us money when people don't hit the like button. So it is kind of a win-win or a lose-win, or I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and pull up that wheel of pain and pleasure and see if we can get some giveaways. Smash that like button if you have not already, guys. Go ahead, lick it, kick it, headbutt it, touch it with your butt, knee it, or maybe, just maybe, guys, if you got them, you can always go ahead and, oh no, the calf cam died, guys. No, the calf cam died. I was gonna pull up those calves. I'll pull up the still picture of them. There they are, unflexed, guys. Those are unflexed calves right there. Touch it with your calf. Whatever you do, just go ahead and hit that dang like button. Right now we have 6 spins. Go ahead and share that screen. We do have 6 spins coming in right now for the 600 likes. Let's go ahead and that is not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and pull up the wheel. And where'd my chat go? Where'd my dang chat go? There it is. Bada boom. All right, 694, guys. Let's get it to 750. Here we go. Spin numero uno. Please don't give the thumb pink eye. Dixon! Yeah, Dixon's one of the fun. Dude, we got some funny people in here, man. Don't give the like button pink eye. Shout out to Dixon. God, man, I always want to read your full name. I just can't. I can't. Let's see. Frankie must have been a marathon runner in college. Shout out to Don Manning. I will say this. I ran track. It is so funny. People really do. So quick story while we spin the wheel. Give them a giveaway, baby. Let me just wait. Let's wait this. Let's see the. There we go. Boom. Oh, no. Rugged on that one. But, guys, real quick, just so you know, it is funny, right? Before I moved down to the ATL in New York, it was always a joke, guys. My calves have basically been a joke my entire adult life. For whatever reason, I don't really work out my calves on purpose or anything. I don't know what it is. Some people say I was the kid in high school that walked like this with a bob. I say I didn't have a kid like that in my high school, and then everybody looks at me and goes, it's because you were that guy. But I swear I wasn't, guys. I just walk normal. I walk normal. I don't bob. But anyway, maybe I do. I don't know. Anyway, I don't do anything to work out my calves, but it's always been the running joke in my whole adult life. When I was back in New York, people would make fun of my calves. Well, this guy's got freakish calves. I didn't think they were that crazy. I still don't think they're really that crazy. But I came to the ATL. I moved down here, and same thing. I'm walking in the office. I'm walking around in shorts, and before you know it, it takes 15 minutes of me with shorts on, and my new coworkers are like, "Dang, man, you got some fat calves, bro. You work those things out. And I'm like, what is going on with my calves? Why does everybody comment on my calves? I forgot the point of even telling you guys that. But yeah, I didn't run marathons, but I did run track for like one season. I don't even know if track is seasons, or I guess 1 year. I don't know. But I was a sprinter. I could not run far, but I could run very, very fast for a very, very short period of time. I think I did the 100-meter dash. And yeah, it was like I'd finish the whole thing in like 4 strides. I would just be like, done. And then I got kicked off. They wouldn't let me compete anymore because it wasn't fair. Because I would finish the races too fast, and it didn't make it fun. So they kicked me off the team. But anyway, there we go. 700 likes, 7 spins, baby. We got ya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giveaways for the Candle Mafia. I'm really pissed off the calf cam died, guys. I'm not gonna lie, because I really wanted to end the stream with some calf shots, maybe a calf photo shoot. But with all that being said, guys, thank you all who stuck around till the end of the stream. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you for tuning in. And, yeah, be careful, guys. Those blood diamonds may wind up showing their face. Again, as always, it always seems that we're always wind up being in this situation. Not always, but once again, I should say, watch out for that short-term move to the upside. We do have that 4-hour green dot looking to print, so watch for that short-term move to the upside. But again, with the way money flow is looking on a lot of this stuff, I would be very cautious about another move to the downside. And again, with those blood diamonds, with money flow coming out on some of the higher hourly time frames, I would be very, very, very careful. And with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for this. I almost did my pre-recorded outro. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for tonight's live stream. I will see you tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. Shout out to our boy DZ. Shout out to Ellie. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Gloria. All our little Bambino Candle Mafia members. Gotta start them young. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. I love each and every single one of you guys. You guys are this YouTube channel. I am literally just the guy that sits on camera and screams at you guys. But thank you for making this best community ever. That's all I got. I'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all the time we got. Time. Asta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. I missed the button. Bing bong. All right, Candle Mafia, let's go ahead and welcome our special guest, Frankie Candle's Calves. Frankie Candle's Calves, please let us know. I know the Candle Mafia is super, super curious. How the heck did you wind up getting so juicy and veiny? Yep. Yeah, no, that's what I figured, Matt. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. Oh, chat saying no audio on the calves. Oh, God. I don't know what happened there, guys. But basically what the calves are saying is that they were basically just born this way. And actually, when Frankie Candles was being born, the calves were the hardest part of the birth process because they were actually bigger than Frankie Candles' head when he was born. So Well, Frankie Candles Cavs, I do want to thank you so much for coming on the live stream and answering the number one question that the Candle Mafia wants to know, and that is, how did the Cavs get so juiced? And guys, the answer is they were just born that way. But guys, with all that being said, that's all the time I actually have for this live stream tonight. We had to come back for a Frankie fake out, but I'll see you guys tomorrow, same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to the Cavs. Bing bong.